What's up? Yeah. All right. So I feel like the last couple of episodes, I've kind of just been super negative, and most of it's going towards Canales. It's just because it's so obvious to me that Canales is the problem, not because I'm good at this or because I can like see the X's and O's like super well or kind of see what he's trying to do. Um, I normally go off of historical data or body language or when people talk, listen, or you know the clues of everything, and not specifically this guy's calling bad plays or this guy is you know um, sabotaging him because he did this. I mean, kind of am, but just I'm I'm not gonna hold my hat to knowing this for like factual information. I do it at a very basic level. So I'm just gonna give. So here's the problem: is that everybody's making it someone's like one person's fault, and people are usually either on the Canales is bad or Bryce is bad or the defense is bad. They're all bad. I mean, everybody's bad. Um, the the thing that I don't want to do is go through this carousel again, um, because we've done it. Like we're it's almost like hilarious how like us as Panthers fans just refuse to look at even our own history, not even uh, recent history for every other team, just our own history. We just had Matt Rule that like got off Cam and then had Bridgewater and then no Bridgewater was a problem and then got Darnold and like no Darnold wasn't good, so got Baker and no Baker wasn't good, and the common denominator was always Rule. And didn't nobody want him after that. What did Nebraska? But now Baker's on a playoff team. Darnold was in the playoffs last year. So we need to just break it down to its factual level. So if you are a rookie head coach, a new head coach, and you start with a quarterback and you lose with that quarterback, you're just a loser, right? So think of like the exceptions of like that they could win with anybody. So you got like Kevin O'Connell who won with Kirk Cousins, but then when he get off of Kirk Cousins after he had his Achilles tear. But then he still, was a good coach. So you just, you know he's going to be good even with JJ McCarthy. You have Shanahan who had Jimmy G, but then went to Brock Purdy, but he went to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. You have McVay who had Jared Goff. He went to Super Bowl with Jared Goff and got off of him. So there's a bunch of exceptions uh, to that. Like Stefanski. Stefanski went to the playoffs with Baker, but then got off of him, but then went to the playoffs again. Like if you're a good coach, you can basically do it with anyone. As long as it works out in your favor, you can win with you can manipulate the play calling, the how you approach the week. With it does the quarterback matters to get you to the next level, but it you can win with guys, right? We've seen backup quarterbacks win with good head coaches. So I mean, I don't want to get into that because that's not the point of the show. But then so so this is a Canales Price thing because I just want to nip in the bud that if Bryce is gone, they choose Canales over Bryce. Canales is still going to fail because they always do when the quarterback's the blame. Like it always happens. It just always happens. So then you get the new coaches that come in and inherit the QB, and Mike Daniels goes to the playoffs with Tua. Sirianni inherits Hurts, and they win. And like if you inherit uh, Harbaugh inherits a guy, but but taking that away, I'm talking about rookie head coaches, new head coaches. If they get off the quarterback that they inherit, and after they lose, then they're gone, almost immediately. And so like guys like Dayball, like he went to the playoffs with Jones, so we'll see. But let me just go through. Let me just talk about uh, the guys that come in with and they choose their quarterback right away. So I have a list of guys of rookie head coaches going back to 2019 because I always choose 2019 that for whatever reason got off of the quarterback they inherited. So as rookie head coaches, like Andy Reid got off of Alex Smith for Patrick Mahomes, but he's been a coach before. Sean Payton has gotten off of Russell Wilson for uh, Bo Nix, but he's been a head coach before. So you kind of have that latitude, that confidence in knowing what you're talking about, versus making the quarterback the scapegoat and the bad organizations that are kind of okay with it. So let's get a list. Robert Saleh had Zach Wilson, and he went to Rodgers because Zach Wilson was the problem. No, he was the problem. Eberflus had Justin Fields. He went to Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams was the problem. He's gone. Uh, Josh McDaniels had Derek Carr. Sent Derek Carr packing for Aiden O'Connell. Matt Rule get Cam Darnold. Yada yada yada. It turns out he was the problem. Dennis Allen. He had Andy Dalton and went to Derek Carr because I mean they're both terrible, but fantasy fans love Andy Dalton and whatever. Then we had Mike Vrabel. He had Tannehill. Then he went to um, uh, Willis to Levis. He got fired. Uh, Arthur Smith had Matt Ryan. He went to Desmond Ritter. Vic Fangio. He had Drew Lock. He went to Bridgewater. Matt Nagy. He went to from Trubisky to Justin Fields. Flores went from Fitzpatrick to Tua. Then I actually have more. Like Shermer went from Eli to Daniel Jones. Marone went from Blake Bortles to Minshew. Like when the guys keep saying that it's the quarterback's fault, it rarely is the quarterback's fault because we know quarterbacks can win with good coaching. Rarely can. Did we just look at Justin Herbert lose year after year after year after year before Harbaugh? So we as Panther fans are just like talking ourselves into basic nonsense. I mean, it's nonsense because if a rookie head coach that can't win with the quarterback, like can't win at all with the quarterback they inherit, they get fired. It's their fault, and it's the bad organizations are the one that say that pick the coach over the quarterback, i.e. the Panthers who stuck with Rule forever, i.e. the Jets who picked Adam Gase and uh, uh, Robert Sala and the foot guy, Rob Bryant. I mean, Ryan, one of the Ryans. I don't remember which the first name is. Uh, the Jags that just go like Peterson, Urban Meyer, and chase quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Like the Bears keep losing. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Trubisky, Fields, like get rid of Matt Nagy, who had Trubisky going to the playoffs. He was winning with him, and probably forced his hand to get Fields, and then forced their hand to get Caleb Williams, and now Ben Johnson's there. You think he's going to win? No, it's the infrastructure of the freaking organization that does this, with the two outliers of Matt LaFleur and Dan Campbell. but they won by immediately after their quarterback left, and their quarterback wanted to leave. It's not like they were like, I can't wait with this quarterback. They're like, that's their quarterback like Matt Stafford wanted to go to LA. Aaron Rodgers wanted to leave. So like all this like Canales has a longer leash than Bryce. Well, if he does, then it just means we're incompetent. We have the data. Oh, we're gonna break the mold. We're gonna break the mold, like the Panthers, with the history that the Panthers have. Secretly, Dave Canales is some genius, even though Andy Dalton played and went 1-4. Got destroyed by the Commanders, which the year before were the worst defense in the league. He had, I think, 73 yards or something like less than 100 yards passing, pick sixes. Andy Dalton won like 7 games with the Saints. He was like 1-4 with Canales. Like, I'm really not trying to show the Canales. I'm honestly just kidding on Panthers fans that just are willfully ignorant of historical data. We're breaking the mold. Apparently, Bryce and Bryce might be the issue. I'm not saying that he's not, but Josh Jobs was playing for the Vikings and winning games. Nick Mullins was playing for the Vikings and winning games. Oh well, Evero's the problem. Well, who employs Evero? Oh, Tepper's the problem. Okay, why is Tepper the problem? Because he hired Canales? Well, he's too involved. He's hired, is he there on game day? Is he go to like? It's just like we just make stuff up. Really just make stuff up. Oh, we had this, the reason that it wasn't Cal's fault. We didn't have Icky, and Yoshi was this guy named Yoshi is letting all these people do. Who kept him on the team? Who employed him? Who made him the backup? Oh, it should have been Brady Christensen. Okay, well he didn't put Brady Christensen in. Like we we did we just well, like nobody could succeed with these guys. We just spent $150 million on talent. Like I just it just is wild, wild that we see this over and 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 over again. Bad coaches are bad coaches with any quarterback, with any defense. This is what I don't know. Like I don't know what else is like to say. Like Josh Daniels, like Kevin O'Connell had Nick Mullins and Josh Dobbs and won like 7-10. Addison got hurt, Jefferson got hurt. It was like a nonsense, and they were still like randomly winning games. Shanahan can win with any running back, any quarterback. McVay, it don't matter. Got Daryl Henderson off the street. Puka Nacua in the fifth round. It doesn't matter. Good. Um. Oh God, man. Steelers head coach. Mike, whatever his last name is, I can't remember right now. Yeah, he did a bad job drafting Kenny Pickett, but dude hasn't had a losing season because he's a good coach. Like Tomlin. Dang it, Alex. Sean Payton had like no first round picks, all this cap mess. He had undrafted Vele and McLaughlin, the running back, making plays. Tyler Batty is still on the team. Like, come on, guys. Like let's stop. The coach is always the problem. Always. The team is losing. The coach is always the problem. He's always the problem. Always. Geno Smith sucked in the Jets. He was the problem, apparently. He took over for Russell Wilson. They didn't skip a beat. I don't know. Justin Herbert couldn't do anything with any of the coaches he had before. They were always losing. Here comes Jim Harbaugh. Alex Smith sucked, was a bust. And here comes Jim Harbaugh going to the Super Bowl. It's always the coach. Always the freaking coach. What are we doing? What I mean, it's kind of it's just silly. It's silly. It's Darnold was a bust against what double digit wins in Minnesota because Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. He uses them well. He sucked when he was with I guess Adam Gase. I guess that was the coach he was with when the Jets, and he sucked with Matt Rule because they were terrible coaches. It's super super obvious. Super obvious. Kirk Cousins was an 8-8 quarterback with Jay Gruden, and then he goes to the Vikings with Zimmer, and they're freaking champions every year. Dan Campbell's a champion every year. The Lions, the crappy Lions, the crappy Browns are. Stefanski's the two-time coach of the year, and they go to the playoffs. They've gone to the playoffs like two of the last 4 years with like Joe Flat, 3-year-old Joe Flacco in that division. I really want to just like come on and address like how silly it is that we blame our struggles on a quarterback, and because that happens to every fan base. Every fan base. Malik Willis was a problem, and then Levis sucked, and like it's just that's the problem. Darnold was the problem. Darnold was a Minnesota. Like I just don't, I mean Mr. Vic like Matt Nagy had the Bears team. They shot themselves in the freaking foot because Matt Nagy was a double digit winning team with the Bears with Trubisky, and they fired him for what? For what? Just to actually hire Eberflus to suck. And who knows with Ben Johnson? He's a golden boy, but he's winless so far. The coach is so important. What happened when you go to college football? Harbaugh left. Whoops. Nick Saban left. Yikes. Pete Carroll left USC. Whoops. Coaching is so important. It's the most important. And yet we still are willfully ignorant on it because we're just, I don't even know why. I really, because we see him on the field. Jimmy G was incredible in San Francisco. Maybe he just sucks. All of a sudden sucks in Las Vegas. Aaron Rodgers was a two-time MVP. Jets, yikes. 1-0 now with the Steelers. I don't know. I don't want to say anymore. I just wanted to bring it up. I just want to bring it up to everybody's attention because I'm just so sick of something that's so obvious being so dismissed. It's always the coach, and we just don't care because we're Panthers fans, and we just make stuff up. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. I just want to jump on in and talk about that a little bit, and mostly venting, but whatever. Until next time. Peace.